Hello there, this is RJB, and I am back with another Moonlight Proleague Cast. A continuation of the previous one that I was already casting. In the previous one we had Scan play against nOOB, and nOOB won the first match. Then we had Hyuk against Yabsab, and Yabsab lost, which gave Team Hyuk 2 wins, as both Hyuk and nOOB are part of the same team. And then in game number 3, we had Ample beat out Motive, which gave the first win to Team Ample. And just want to do an explanation once more. In Korea, there are 3 tiers of Pro League. There is the Major Pro League, which is the Middle Pro League. Then there is the K League, which I'm not sure what it stands for, but it's like the biggest Pro League with all the big streamers like Larva, Shuttle, Best, Flash, Bisu, Effort, Calm. They all have the highest tier Pro League because they simply can acquire the most funding from their viewers, which is part of the bullet points that you can see here. And then there's the lowest Pro League, which is the Moonlight Proleague, which is basically for the pro players with the smallest amount of viewerships, for whom it is hardest to acquire funding from their viewers. So it's kind of like separate into 3 groups that are all based on how much funding can these viewers acquire on average. Now the organizer finds 5 or 7 players, they acquire funding from their viewers, and then they randomize into 2 teams. Now the goal is to win 2 out of 3 rounds. Round 1 is a best of 5 in this case, round 2 is a King of the Hill, and round 3 is a tiebreaker. Winning team takes all the money. That leads us into game number 4 of this Pro League. This Pro League was played on May 21st of 2021. It's pretty much the most recent pro player stuff you can get, and I helped fund this, so I'm gonna cast it because, well, I can, and I wanted to do it. So here we have the player 815 here on the barcode, Purple Protoss, up against 10-minute Flash, also known as Sexy, Hero, not the Zerg Hero, but the Terran Hero, and known as Speed. He played in ASL 11 under the name Speed, and sadly didn't do too well, but his opponents were very good. So it's understandable that he wouldn't, advance. Played his heart out, he qualified, and that is what matters, because qualifying for ASL is already pretty damn difficult. It's so difficult that Stork didn't even qualify. Killer didn't even qualify. Like the really good players who tend to qualify for pretty much every single ASL didn't qualify for the previous ASL or the current ASL, which really says a lot. But into the match itself, we've talked enough. We're playing on the map Ultimate Stream. Ultimate Stream. It's a new map for the ASL, and of course, because, well, a lot of players want to get into the ASL or are in the ASL, they play on the ASL map pool. Kante here going for, I missed the timing of his pool, but I assume it's about 9 or 12. Same for the hatch there, 12 hatch, 11 hatch. Could be anything. I really should have paid more attention to the opening. Alright here. Basic start there, we got a 16 CC there coming out from Sexy. Drone scouted all of it. Single Marine there up in the front, getting another depot there to wall it off. Marine's gonna move back to behind the depots if Zerglings do arrive. Scouting there on the other side of the map. Sees the timing of the pool, sees the timing of the hatchery, gets all the information. We'll see it finish, or is he going to turn around back into the main base? He turns around back into the main base. Got a very, very quick lair there coming up. It's going to, of course, be very quick 2-base Mulitisks. Not much is happening yet. Zerglings are spawning at the moment. He's only going for 4 of them at the moment. Not going for 6, only 4 of them to kill that SCV here. Not planning on doing any harassment with the Zerglings, just to keep Marines away, and of course to kill the SCV there, running about in his base. Now, why is Speed, or Sexy, called 10-minute Flash? Well, he kind of got that name for being an absolute monster in the early game. That's why he's called the 10-minute Flash. Because for the first 10 minutes, he kind of plays on the level of Flash. At least that is the idea behind it. It's the nickname he got, and he went with it. SFD's transferred. Academy on the way there in the top corner for stim and range. And the medics, of course, as well. Pretty good vision over the map here from 815 or Kante. I'm gonna call him Kante. Most people in the foreign scene refer to him as 815, but in Korea he prefers to be called Kante. Although Koreans don't actually use the ideas when they refer to each other, they kind of tend to just call each other by their names. Their actual, real names. 21 drones now on the map. Got 2 more on the way. Spire almost finished. Mutalisk abuse soon to start. Sexy looks pretty well prepared here though. Marines there behind the wall to keep those Zerglings away. Zerglings can't really get on top of that at all. Stim upgrade is on the way. Medics also on the way with the 2 barrack production. Scans also on the way to start detecting and seeing what's happening across the map. Pretty good timing there at 5. 45, he started those scans. Got an armory. Engineering bay on the way for level 1 attack. Not sure why he said armory. We've got an engineering bay there on the way to prepare himself for the incoming Mutalisk harassment. But Sexy is planning on moving out. Sexy moves out. He wants to kill those Zerglings, and he maybe wants to kill this second base. Maybe, just maybe. There's a 3rd hatchery there on the bottom side for Kante. Sexy's Marines are actually moving to the bottom side, but he's turning around to kill the Zerglings because he isn't feeling confident at all. He's not feeling like he can do it. There's 1 Marine there going to the bottom side to confirm the 3rd. Because if he can confirm the 3rd, he has the information required based on what? Wait, is he not? He's not confirming it? I mean, there's a lot of options to confirm it. There's this, there's here, it's all the way up here as well. But he is going to confirm if it's here first. But the Marine's going to get taken down by Mutalisks. So he doesn't get to confirm if there is a 3rd or not at all. He does have the scans though, so of course he did scan the main base and the second base to get information on what might be happening. Not sure what he saw with the scans, but I assume he saw all of this. So the Mulas are on the way to go for the harass. He's splitting up all over the map first, just scouting for recon and information just in case Sexy is up to something sketchy, which he isn't. Scans coming down. I gotta quickly remove these. He scans the second base there. Not a lot of information you can gather from this one. Not a lot of information. I assume he also scanned the main base, but I'm not sure if he really saw anything that matters. Queens is on the way for a hive, so Kante is going to plan on following up with a hive. He hasn't been able to harass at all with his Mutalisks. He's going to do it. I can't go in. He can't go in. There's Marines and turrets protecting pretty much everything. Gets a little bit of damage there from Marines. Sexy is planning on moving out. If 1 attack is on the way, range is finished and Stim as well is moving out. Gonna try to kill the Mutalisk. The fight is starting on the middle. Picks up 1 or 2 Marines. I think he killed 1 with the 7 Mutas. Yeah, Sexy has a really great Marine composition here. It's stronger than the Mutalisks, and Kante can't really go in to kill anything. He's just forced to keep flying back and forth. Now do notice the amount of Marines Kante has. I think its entire group consists of about 20 units. We've got 16 Marines or medics. Keep that in mind. It is important you don't move out too early. You really need about 16 Marines to fight against those Mutalisks on the middle. If you move out with anything less, your Marines are going to get destroyed. But instead, we've got Sexy coming in to destroy the Sunkens, and the Mutalisks can't really fight back. This is such a well-timed attack from Sexy. There's no chance Kante is going to stay alive here. He's losing his 3rd and his Mutalisks as well. His Mutalisks simply can't go in. The control here from Kante is superb. He started firing this hatchery and changing focus once the Mutalisks come in. Kills the hatchery. 3rd there has been denied from Kante. Kante has fallen behind by a lot just by losing that hatchery. Just look like Kante is going to kill the Marines here in the end, but the damage has been done. the damage has been done. Now he has to spend 300 minerals again on the hatchery and pretty much get everything back he spent there. He's lost so much money there at that third base. All because Sexy just had an amazing timing attack and because Kante couldn't find an opening to micro and attack with the Mulisks. It just wasn't gonna happen. It's gonna take a while before that act goes down. Killing the act makes it allows for Sexy to more easily move out into the middle and go for attacks and harassment. There's on the way. I feel that Sexy might just try and deny it again. There's 11 Mulis though on the middle here, flying back and forth, waiting for Marines to kill off and pick off. The Hive there has finished back at home. We've got the Defiler Man also on the way. Lurker Aspect also on the way. Nidus Canal also being morphed to set up for the third. We can Nidus units back and forth. Units are trying. Lost one of them. Killed one Marine. 11 Marines moving out. 4 medics there to support. Marine number 12 there being added to the group. The production from 5 vessels are finishing as well, and you got Radiate on the way. Radiate already here, whereas Kante doesn't seem prepared at all. It's a small time window within which Sexy can break into the second or the third. He has to be faster than the Defilers and the Lurkers. Once the Defilers and the Lurkers arrive, it is going to be difficult to break in. But also do keep in mind, he's got 2 vessels and 2 more on the way, so that means he's got 2 Radiates on the way very soon. He might radiate the Mulisks, or he might save the Radiates for the Defiler or for the Lurkers, depending on... really depends what he wants to do. He has the freedom to do both. He has the freedom to radiate both the Defiler or the Lurkers. Or the Mulisks. Does he have the energy? He's got the energy, but he's saving the Radiates. Lurkers are burrowing up. There's only 1 Lurker there on the scene, though. Only a single one, and no Defiler anywhere yet to be seen. More Lurkers are coming over. Lurkers are a little bit too slow. Marines are getting into the base. Marines are gonna have to run away. The Radiate on the Mutalisk doesn't really do that much damage. Only gets a single Radiate kill. Kante is holding on. He's holding on. Moves forward. Doesn't see the Defiler yet. He really wants to kill the Defiler. He keeps running back and forth to keep track of the amount of Lurkers there are and whether there is a Defiler. The Lurkers are stacking on top of each other here to make it more difficult to target fire all of them. But also to not really get a good read on the amount of Lurkers that are present. The little Overlord goes down. No! The Overlord there going down is pretty bad. Now Kante is supply stuck for a little while because he had to queue up Overlords, which means he can't produce any units at the moment. And that time frame of being unable to produce units might just put Sexy so far ahead that he can end the game. He's got 2 dropships there ready and loaded up. He's got 4 vessels. He can do anything he wants. He can unload in the main base, kill the main base. He can try to break in through the front here. He's got enough Radiates to kill everything. On a Radiate there on a Lurker. Unloads in the main base. There's nothing back in the main base to protect. There's nothing here at all. Oh, the Fighter there gonna go down. The Fighter throws down the Plague Swarm just quick enough, but the drones are going down instead. While Lurker in the front went down. He's gonna kill everything here in the main base. More units are being shielded over. Kills the Scorcher so the dropship stays alive. Another Defiler Radiate there as well. More Radiates on the Mulist, and I think Kante is just gonna give up, roll over, and die. Because there is no way he is gonna make a comeback at this point in the match. This is just a blowout. Kante managed to extend and prolong the end result, but I think the end result was set in stone the moment Sexy moved out for the third base and killed that third base. The time frames that Kante had were so damn tight, and he just couldn't really get everything he wanted and needed finished on time. Which means Sexy takes home the win. And that means we're gonna get, let me check the teams real quick. Another win for Team Ample. Another win for Team Ample. So 2 wins for Team Ample. It's now evened up. Both teams have 2 wins, and both teams need 2 more wins to win. Actually, both teams need 1 more win to win round number 1. Round number 1 is a best of 5. I thought it was a best of 7. Usually round 1 is a best of 7. This time around, it is a best of 5. Threw me off guard a little bit. Threw me off guard. So I've got Polaris Rhapsody, another ASL map. And we have nOOB on the red Protoss here, representing Team Hyuk. And Ample on the other side, representing, of course, Team Ample. Now, who of the 2 is going to win this game? That's going to be interesting. Because whoever wins this game wins round number 1. Which, of course, makes it easier for the rest. Because there's less pressure. Because if you lose round number 2, you still have a chance to win the tiebreaker. And take home the money. So nOOB here is going for a proxy rack, a proxy gate, to put up that early pressure on Ample. Ample is pulling SCVs off the minerals. If you pull 4 SCVs of the minerals and start attacking the gateway, there is a chance you can kill the gateway right before the Zealot spawns. There's a chance. Sometimes you're a little bit too late. Sometimes you're just on time. So the probe there is going to force the SCV to attack the probe. The micro there from nOOB is not on point. Takes some damage on the probe. SCV number 5 arrives as well. Gateway is already past half HP. Gateway is going to fall here for sure before the Zealot spawns. The probe here is going to just try to keep... Oh, another SCV arrives just to make sure the gateway is going to go down. Although I do think 5 gateways would have been fine. He's going to repair his own SCV there as well. Kills the gateway from the pylon there on the way back at home, because I think nOOB by now knows that this is not going to work. The great probe control there. But the probe there is on too low HP to keep continuing the probe harassment. It just takes 2 more hits and it's going to go down. Pulls it away just in time. This is so clutch. Zealot's on the way. Zealot is very close to finishing. It's going to race against the clock. It is a race against... It's an actual race against the clock. And he kills the gateway just in time. Zealot is cancelled, and nOOB's plan of going for an early cheese has not succeeded. But do keep in mind, Ample did lose out on a lot of minerals by having 6 SCVs not mining minerals this early into the match. Whereas nOOB, well, nOOB lost a lot of minerals as well. He lost 2 gateways and a pylon. But the pylon is still alive, but the pylon is slowly going to get taken down there by the Zealot. Also, cancelling a Zealot doesn't fully refund the price of a Zealot. Although maybe it's only for structures, not too sure. He's going for a second Nexus. Although a second Nexus here might be a little bit too much, but he has to kind of. Let's just hope that Ample doesn't scout it, and the very quick Nexus after the failed rush attempt. Let's hope it works out. Well, it looks like Ample already found it though there with an SCV there running back and forth inside the base. 2 gateways there on the way. 1 is finished and the gas also finished right about now as well. Pro screen got it on. And here back at home in Ample space, we've got a factory on the way. I think Ample's going to try to go for an early timing attack to give himself, to offset the, not to offset, but to abuse the advantage he got. Actually, he's going for a timing attack here. He's pulling all of his SCVs across the map to go and punish this Nexus, because he has to. If he allows nOOB to get this Nexus up and running in the second base, nOOB will have a chance to come back into the match. But Ample now moving across the map with Marines and SCVs to punish the mistakes, to really push the advantage as much as he can. Marines there stays, Marines there goes, loses 2 Marines. That's actually really good for nOOB. But there's 2 Marines there. He's got 2 more Zealots on the way. Bunker is under construction. All he has to do is keep those Marines alive and keep blocking. The Zealot with the SCVs doesn't manage to do so, but the Zealot does go down. So what looked good actually might not be as good as it seemed. Bunker's gonna finish. Great micro there from nOOB on display, but he can't kill the Marines in time. The Marines stay alive. One more Marine arrives there as well. So yeah, this Nexus is gonna go down. And nOOB can pretty much only send out units to stop the reinforcements. There's a Vulture here, and the control from Ample is on point. Stops. Well, this is turning into a disaster. This game is turning into an actual disaster for nOOB. He lost a lot of minerals in those 2 gateways and a pylon. 400 minerals lost. Loses 400 minerals here again. Ample pretty much suffering no losses at all. Has a supply lead. Ample is on a second base, although not yet finished, but on the way. Whereas nOOB still only on his main base. nOOB has just lost way too much. He's got a Robo on the way and 2 Dragoons finishing up in range. There are 4 Dragoons also on the core. Moving across the map, at least gonna try to at least deal some return damage. But there's mines here on the scene that are gonna keep those Dragoons away. And nOOB knows the mines are there. He knows they're there, so he's just staying there inside on top of the bridge. Oh no, he's... Ooh, great mine drag there. Sacrifices his Zealot because he knows the Dragoons do really well against Vultures and Marines. But there's a tank on the way in Siege Mode as well for Ample. Siege Mode only just started though. Oh, he fails the micro. He fails the micro again. Oh no. Oh no, nOOB. Everything is just going wrong. Also, the bunker here is keeping those Dragoons contained within the main base with repair. This is really, really dirty stuff from Ample. Really dirty stuff. And it's working extremely well. Hope there barely stays alive. Hope there barely stays alive. Keeping it there, he might... Not sure what he's gonna try, but... I don't know. I don't think there's anything that can actually work in this situation. He's just staying perfectly outside of the bunker range, although it did take some damage finding the perfect distance. Tank there arriving across the map though, has Siege Mode finished, and once that tank sieges up, nOOB is, I think, gonna call it GG. nOOB is gonna think I call it GG. Observer arrives to get vision of this little portion here. Rope goes down. He's gonna try to push forward, kill the Vulture. Oh no, the repair on the Vulture is so great. Vulture barely stays alive, gonna try to kill the tank in the back. Gets the tank, but also loses almost all his Dragoons. Only 1 Dragoon still left alive. 26 probes against 40 SCVs. nOOB is getting picked apart by Ample. Units coming across the map. Vultures ready to... I think they're going to try to roll in or place mines or protect the tank. Just anything he does sets him up for more success. Because the supply difference keeps growing. Ample is on 2 base. He's getting richer and richer, getting more factories, and nOOB knows it's over. nOOB knows it's over. Ample throws out double scan to see what nOOB had there in the back to confirm his suspicions. And he confirms that yes, indeed, he did ruin pretty damn hard. All because Ample scouted the correct location to spot out the proxy gateway and pulled out the correct move to kill it. And that gives us the 3-2 best of 5 win for Team Ample of the very first round. So round number 1 is in favor of Ample's team. And I should add a little bit of text here somewhere. Wait, I'll just do it like this. Like one win. Like in brackets. I think that pretty clearly signifies that they won round number 1. So let's move on to round number 2. We're going to do one more replay from round number 2. Where we have Yabsab from Team from Team Ample. Yabsab from Team Ample go up against nOOB from Team Hyuk. On the map Ascension. Alright, Ascension is a 3-player map. And that's about all I can say because I don't know that much about the map itself. because I haven't played it, it's pretty much exclusively an ASL map. So there's not much reason at all for anyone else to play the map. And sadly, that did lead to me not knowing all that much about the map, except that it's a three-player map. Now, nOOB here on the Protoss, time to redeem himself. Now, I don't know if round number 2 is a King of the Hill, but usually round number 2 is a King of the Hill. And it's a King of the Hill best of 7. Because there's 4 players per team. So yeah, I do think it is a King of the Hill best of 7. Alright, so he goes for an... Oh, there's a pylon. Of course, it's a pylon. It's gonna... This is the place where you choke on this map. This is the place where you build your choke. Yeah, Yabsab is just gonna progress as usual. Looks like Overlord's on the way, no pool yet, no hatchery yet. Of course, gonna go for 11, 11, 11, most likely. Yep, gonna be 11. Pool, 11 hatch. Wait, 11? Oh, it's not an 11 pool. I thought he was gonna make the pool better, but he changed his mind and goes for 11 hatch. Alright, 11 hatch. 11 pool right after, most likely. 10 pool. Sometimes they just switch these tiny little things around. Yeah, that's a 10 pool. 11 hatch, 10 pool, and a scout. Overlord there went the wrong way. This Overlord goes the right way. Fine. Did he see the probe? Did he see that probe? I think he saw the probe there. I'm honestly not sure. I think he did. So yeah, gateway there in the front. No forge yet. No +1 yet. He first wants to confirm what Yabsab is doing. Sees the pool timer, of course. He knows the pool was built on 10. Knows the hatchery was on 11. You can pretty much judge it based on pool health, or the fact that the hatchery is there and the pool can then only be built on 10. Gas coming in now as well. Hyuk there still in the back getting information. Zealot there going across the map, getting blocked. I like this. Buying himself a small little bit of time by blocking the Zealot and taking a small little bit of damage on the drone, just to buy himself that extra bit of time that might just make the difference in staying alive. Because we've got Zerglings on the way to defend against that Zealot. Only 2 though. Oh, 4. 4 Zerglings. Should be just enough. He's getting 2 more just to be sure though, because he's going to put that Zealot there in the top corner behind the minerals where only a single Zergling can attack the Zealot. It's just kind of one of those annoying things where it forces you to keep Zerglings in your base. Although, Yabsab here is actually taking a small little risk. He's moving out with the Zerglings first. He's going to pretend that he still has Zerglings here to keep that Zealot there in the corner, locked away, but actually he's moving out. He's moving out for a punish, but the Zealots here are blocking the entrance path, and he's going to force those Zerglings away. Probe there still alive. Probe there might escape and make its way back home. Third hatchery also on the way close to finishing. About 4 minutes in. He's going to finish about 4:20. Well, maybe 4:10. It's going to be 4:10. 4:10 it will be. Ooh, 4:11. Alright, 4:11 the hatchery finishes. Off by a single second. Zealot there at the top side went down to the Zerglings. It took him quite a lot of Zerglings to kill it. Still dancing back and forth. Now the Zerglings are back at home. Zergling speed almost finished up at about 26 supply. 14 drones at the moment. Probe there still on the top side. They're going to get taken down there by the Zergling though he's going to keep it alive yet. Goes down. Going to try to break through here in the front. But there's, I think, just enough Zealots to prevent that from happening. Ooh, he pulled his Zealot back just in time. Well, Zergling sneaking through would have been ugly, but it does force nOOB to keep his probes off the minerals for now. The cannons haven't finished yet, and Yabsab is going to kill the gateway for sure. He's going to have to wall off the cannons, protect the cannons from the Zerglings, got a shield battery there as well just in case he's going to need it. Yabsab is trying to brute force his way through, but the time window has closed. He kills the gateway, that's at least something, but he can't get on top of the cannons. nOOB is playing it very, very safe by keeping his probes there for as long as he can, and he throws down another gateway here, just to plug up the hole once again. So the Corsair is already on the way, level 1 attack also on the way. Corsair close to finishing, and I don't see any Hydras yet, but the time for Hydras is about on time. Now do note, of course, that Yabsab delayed his Hylisk timing by a small little bit by going for more Zerglings than you would in most situations. You don't always try to go for a Zergling bust on the choke here, but he tried to go for it nonetheless. And that does delay his timing on the Hydras by a small amount. Maybe by just too much. Maybe it won't make a difference. It really depends on how nOOB is going to play the rest of this game. nOOB is playing this very safe. He's getting a lot of cannons here because he knows Hydras are on the way across the map because he spotted them with the Corsair, so he knows a Hydra bust is in the works. He's buying time, trying to prevent the Hydra bust by sending his Zealots out to the front to kill some Zerglings and maybe Hydras. He's just forcing Yabsab to at least lose some of his units, while nOOB is buying time, getting the cannons up and running there in the back. That should disallow Yabsab from breaking through. And I think Yabsab has caught on to this. Yabsab might switch over to an alternative, although he's still queuing up Hylisks. Still queuing them up. The range on the way as well for his Hydras. But at the moment, is it level 1 attack? I think it's level... no, Ether Chamber. For some reason I always confuse the icon for range and attack. It almost looks the same. Almost looks the exact same. Gateway once again taken down. The amount of Hydras slowly growing, lining up in a cute line here in the front, so they can all attack at the same time. Going to take down the Cyber Core as well. Losing the Cyber Core is actually pretty significant. He's gonna go in. He goes in for the attack, but there's so many cannons he immediately regrets his choice. He took down one of them, but he regretted his choice. But the amount of Hylisk is still growing. Corsair there in the back, still flying back and forth, looking for information and maybe an Overlord kill as well, although he hasn't managed to kill an Overlord yet. No Overlord kills on the Corsair yet. Just there for information. He's instead switching over to more Zealots, level 1 attack of course as well, and a Templar Storm. So we're going to see 2 High Templars queued up soon as well, so we can storm the Hydras as they attempt to break through. We have a total of 8 cannons here, a very high amount of cannons. Zealots are taking damage, cannons are dealing damage, Zealots are tanking, trying to buy time, Hydras are breaking through, Zealots have been taken down, but the amount of cannons is too high for Yabsab to break through. Yabsab is forced to retreat once again, even loses an Overlord as he reaches a little bit too far. And that is a very, very beneficial situation for nOOB, because now he's in 41 probes against 20 drones. Yabsab tried to somewhat go for a semi-all-in. And it didn't pay off. He did kill the gateway and did cyber and the gateway again, and a bunch of Zealots as well. But he actually didn't get the results he needed, and now he has to play catch-up, because nOOB, with his current economy, has the ability to add on a lot of gateways, get speed, get a robo as well with the tech for observers, and to start massing up really quick. Whereas Yabsab, right at the moment, right now, is forced to drone up and get his lair, which he still doesn't have. Also, only now, getting his second gas. Loses an Overlord again. I think he lost an Overlord to the Corsair here on the top corner. Or did he lose the Overlord? He lost another Overlord here in the front. He had 2 Overlords, lost one when he attacked, and lost another one again just now. Level 1 attack finishing up for nOOB as well. Level 1 attack on the way for Yabsab, getting his 3rd gas now as well, 950 in. Well, he got it at about 945, 940. But it will finish up right about just past the 10-minute mark. Of course, they're still getting all the information he needs. We're now on a 5-hatch Zerg. Supply difference is about 30. And it's gonna keep growing with the amount of gateways nOOB has at the moment. I count 4 for a total of 8. Observer is... Oh, he's storming the Hydras there as well. A little bit slow on the dodge. He's there from Yabsab. Picks up the Templar. Might go for a storm on the drones. Might not. But it does look like he is planning to do so. Observer also queued up. And we have Dark Templar in the mix as well, to be put into the shuttle alongside the High Templar. Still on 5 hatchery, no 4th base there yet from Yabsab. Yabsab is still pretty far behind. Still far behind by 30 supply. But more Hydras there though. A lot of nOOB's supply is in probes and shuttle and observer and High Templars. So the fighting force from Yabsab currently is greater in Hydra against Zealot. Although nOOB here finds that those Hydras are a little bit too far out in the front, Yabsab pulls back just in time. Shuttle still flying across the map, ready to kill some drones there, and of course land the Dark Templar there in the main. Corsair still getting information, looking for the perfect location to kill something. Lurker aspect is finished, and Lurkers have finished as well. Overlord speed also on the way. And yeah, he's gonna find his way there into the main base. We've got the Dark Templar there. Hydralisk, no, we fly straight into the Hydralisk and loses the shuttle and the Templar. Not the kind of loss he wanted to feel or experience. Cannon finishes just in time to detect the Lurker. There's an observer there as well. Units are coming in from the sides there to force those Hydralisks away. He goes onto the ramp to get high ground advantage, but the Zealots simply chase them onto the high ground and push them and force them away. Storms there, kills the Lurker, and yes, he's on the chase. More Hydralisks coming in, and Lurkers coming in from Yabsab there as well. Gonna try to burrow up right next to the Dragoons and the Zealots. Zealots forced to pull away back to the 3rd base there from nOOB. Pretty strong force he's got here, but it shouldn't be strong enough to definitively kill his 3rd. It might annoy nOOB at most, maybe kill a couple of units, but the lack of an overlord on the scene, although they are arriving on the scene, but they can't join yet. The overlords might provide Yabsab with the detection to kill the observers, and killing the observers might keep nOOB contained here. If you can't kill the observers, nOOB is at some point going to break free, because the amount of Dragoons keeps growing, and the amount of Templars here is also pretty significant. Yabsab being very aggressive here, tries to kill the Zealots on the bottom side, but nOOB sees this as the chance to go out and attack. Storms on the Hydras, kills a Lurker, and goes back. Pulls back. These two, both players are pretty much going in and weaving out. They kill some stuff, although now nOOB is going all in here on the fight here. nOOB is going all in on the fight here. But now the storms there are really good. Those storms there might have turned the fight a lot. They might not have, because Lurkers are coming in once again, and the Dragoons are forced to retreat a little bit further away once again. But reinforcements arriving on the scene, and it looks like Yabsab is actually overextending by abandoning the hill advantage. Takes a lot of damage on his Hydras, starts losing his Lurkers as well, and the fight is now going south pretty damn hard. I also think he lost all of his drones here on his main base to the Dark Templar. Dark Templar did get taken down eventually, but that is massive. Losing his entire drone count there on the main base, now on 21 drones against 47 probes, and nOOB has won the game, because the army is gone, and Yabsab doesn't have the economy to rebuild it. Was so sneaky, the Dark Templar play on the main base was so sneaky that I didn't even notice, because the fight here was happening at the same time. Yeah, he killed the entire base there. I just want to rewind and see how that went. So the Dark Templar is sitting there waiting for its chance to strike. It's just sitting there and waiting. Menacingly waiting, like a hitman with a mission to strike and kill when ordered to. There he goes in, and yeah, he just starts killing all the drones here. Starts killing all the drones, the Zergling reacts. He got 5 drone kills and 1 Zergling kill while the fight is happening here. And he goes back in, starts killing the remainder of the drones. And the annoying thing is, this doesn't give a notification or a warning, because it's a Dark Templar. it doesn't give a warning. So by the time you notice, your entire base, all your drones might already be gone. Even a player like Yabsab, who I think almost qualified for ASL, even a player of this level can sometimes just completely miss the fact. He catches on here, he catches on that all his drones are gone, but by this time it's already too late. He is losing his army here, and he lost his income in the main base. He cannot resupply, and that is the game. That is definitively a game over. That gives the win to Team Hyuk. Now once again, let's update it as one win in the King of the Hill against Ample's team with 0 wins in King of the Hill. So look at the teams once again. Hyuk with nOOB, Motive, and Kante in one team. Yabsab, Ample, Scan, and Sexy or Speed, you can call them both, in Ample's team. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this normal map cast. I'm going to do this more often. Hope you enjoyed it, and we will continue with this hopefully sometime soon. And yeah, that's basically it for the video. We have a lot of matches remaining for this video, for this Moonlight Proleague session. So I hope to get it finished by next week. Thank you for watching, and hope you return next time around when I return for RGB TV. I'm RGB, and have a good day.